Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Forge. I'm DML, and today I've got a pretty exciting delivery from the Philippines. Alright, so if you've been following my Facebook group, you'll know that I'm starting to look into some Filipino blades. So I've got a package that's arrived here. Special thanks to Jamelia Chavez. She's made this possible. I had to wait a little bit longer than usual for this because customs were asking questions. So today I'm doing the unboxing with a limited edition home front M390, and it's one of my Grail knives. It's pretty much my favorite folding knife ever. And I'm not a big fan of unboxing videos normally, so we're just gonna do it. Just gonna hook in, slice this bad boy open and see what is inside. Hopefully not slicing through anything important or ruining my blade. M390 is pretty tough though, so being a super steel and all that, it should be fine. Ooh, here we go. Right, so let's see what we've got here. We've got two in this package, one in this package. So let's see what we've got. Now, if I'm to guess, this first one will be I think it's pronounced Garab. And it's a sword that I won in a, hopefully I didn't cut anything important there either. It's a sword that I won in a raffle. So we'll just slice everything open there. Relatively well wrapped. And luckily that was only a shallow cut on my part, because here we are. Ooh, look at that. So this is the Garab. It's not bad. Now I was told that this was a single bevel, like a, what would you call like a chisel grind, but it's not. This is a double bevel. So it's actually the same. Oh, no, not quite. Well, these are handmade in the Philippines, so it feels like a double bevel, like any other sort of sword or blade. Don't know what that maker's mark is. I'm gonna have to have a look at that. Very sharp. And it's a left-handed scabbard too. That's interesting. It's really nice actually. Alright, so we'll chuck that one there. We're going to do some specs on these in a minute as well. Alright, now for the other two. Again, hopefully I'm not slicing through anything too important, because this knife is incredibly sharp and I don't want to cut any of the woodwork. So, maybe I didn't push hard enough that time. Find out in a minute. I went through at least 2 layers of plastic. Should help me undo this. Now the other two should be the one that I'm really excited about, which is the Ginanting, and the other is a Pira, being a more of a sort of utility blade. And oh, that actually looks quite fancy too. So we've just gotten access to the Pira. So I'll just cut through that a little. Oh, okay, that's a bit thicker than normal there. I do not want to cut anything other than the plastic, so let's just do a bit of a, don't cut towards yourself, it's silly. Cool, here we are. So here is the Pira. More of a utility blade. This is relatively thin. And It's lightweight, but has a half decent heft to it. I don't mind that. All right. Fitment of scabbard on that one isn't the best. But this is the one that I'm the most excited for. This is the Ginninting. This is actually what I wanted to study, because I've never had a real Ginninting before, and everybody raves about them, and I wanted to design one. I've already designed one, but I thought I shouldn't be designing something that I've never held before, like a real one. So here's a real one. Left-handed for me. That handle is perfect for my hand. That draw is beautiful. Incredibly sharp. False edge was dulled at my request. In Australia, we're not to import double edges, okay? So I'm glad that they did that, and they've dulled that false edge for me. Shame really, because as a sword, reverse cuts are a big thing. However, this seems to be quite sturdy actually. It's got a lovely distal taper to it, very lightweight. Yeah, Reese was right about this. He said as soon as you hold it, you'll get it. As soon as you hold one, you'll understand. And I've got to admit, that's beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. All right, so I love that. That clip's awesome. All right, so I'm gonna pause it for a sec. We'll check camera angles and everything, and then we'll get into some specs. All right, now let's do some measurements and specifications. So we'll do total weight, blade weight, and then lengths, okay? So we'll move that off to the side. We'll get the scales out. This will be in grams. So we'll start with the Garab. Total weight, 975 grams. Blade weight. Oh no, we're getting a low battery. Hopefully that doesn't die on us. So, blade weight, 645, not bad. All right, we'll turn that off because we've got a low battery on it. Blade length. Blade length is 19 inches with a handle length of 6 inches. Spine at the bolster, 7 mil, and it tapers gradually all the way towards the tip, which is 2 millimeters. So as far as swords go, it's not bad actually, not bad at all. I don't mind that. I don't know how this tang is assembled though. So as a sword, sure, I can get behind this no problems. And I've heard that they use these for utility as well, but I believe these tangs are just burnt in and glued in. I don't think that they are, I don't think they're pinned in or anything, and I believe they're short tangs as well. Moving on to the Piro. This was set up for, I'm guessing, a right-handed carry? Yeah, that's a right-handed carry blade. I'm lefty, so I don't get all the fancy decoration and stuff on my side, but no need, it's a utility blade. All right, so we'll go total weight first. Total weight, 556, very light. The blade, 393. 393 for a, what's that, 13-inch blade? 12 and a half. 12 and a half inch blade. Including the flare here, that's 6-inch handle. Spine of the bolster is 6mm, and towards the tip it is 4mm. So there's not a whole lot of distal taper, but that's fine. That gives it, oh, very sharp. That less sharp towards the tip, which is normal, but that gives it a very forward weight. Again, I believe this is just burnt in and epoxied. I don't believe there's any pins or anything that hold this in place. So I'm gonna have to be careful using it to make sure that it doesn't fly out of the handle. Finally, oh, this is beautiful. The Ginninting. So I gotta put this, I'll put it that way. Ginninting total weight, 933 grams for a 20 inch blade. Oh, I love that draw. Blade weight, 622. That is lovely. All right, blade length. You're right, Reese. This thing's a beast. It's amazing. 19. It's an 18-inch cutting edge, 19.5-inch blade. Very nice. Handle from the bolster or the guard is 7 inches total, including this flared portion at the bottom. Spine width at the bolster is 5mm, and it tapers. Holy crap, it tapers. It's about 3mm, 2/3 of the way up the blade, and then you get this false edge. So I'm guessing that would be like 2 to 1mm. Oh, that feels nice. All right, so these are my Filipino study blades. I'll be studying these to learn how they are balanced and how they are weighted so that I can design modern variations of them. So we'll be seeing that soon. Oh, and with the Ginninting, it is pinned. So these typically have a short tang. So this tang probably only comes down to about here, about 1/3, maybe even half if I'm lucky. My design, it'll be full tang. It'll be coming all the way out the bottom as a stick tang that's either threaded or pinned, or it'll be a 3/4 tang that's wider, pinned in 2 to 3 places. Because although this is a sword, it's also a machete. It's a tool. Very similar to a Khukuri or a tomahawk. It is as much a tool as it is a weapon. And my designs typically focus more on the utility side of things rather than the weapon. Anyway, thank you for all your attention. Thank you for your continued interest in Sundog Forge, and I'll be back with the next video, probably next weekend. I've got some very nice new Khukuri coming. Thank you for your attention, guys.